In today's video, I'm going to share with you 10 small changes I made to my home to make it feel peaceful again. In a world full of chaos, the one place that we can have peace, coziness, and just bring a little joy to ourselves is in our own home. Let me show you what I've done, what I put into practice every day, and hopefully it gives you guys some great ideas so that when you come into your own home, it feels peaceful, relaxing, and cozy. Let's get started. This first one is probably the easiest one out of all of them. It's something that I started implementing every morning. The first thing I do is I open up my blinds. There is something about natural light that will make your home feel alive. And I don't know about you, but it instantly shifts my mood and makes me feel so happy when I see that sun shining in the window. And obviously Evie loves it too. It brings so much joy into my home. So I go around, I opened up my blinds in the dining room, in my bedroom, anywhere that I have them closed for the evening. That's the first thing. Pop those blinds up and bring that light in. And even on days where it's cloudy, I still open the blinds because any kind of natural light that can come in can instantly shift your mood. So make this a habit. Don't make this just about looks and decor and that type of thing. Make it a habit to let the light in. While we're in here in my bedroom, I'm going to go ahead and tell you number 2. But hear me out here because this might come across as a little bit different. So number 2, I always make my bed every morning. And before you're like, Leslie, everybody should know that they should make their bed every day. But what I think about it differently is I no longer think of it as a chore. Here's the crazy thing, and you guys tell me if you're the same or not. Even if the rest of my bedroom is a mess, if my bed is made, it doesn't feel quite so chaotic. It feels a little bit more put together and fresh in here. So maybe I have laundry piled over here on the chair, or maybe there's shoes all over the floor and that type of thing, or paper sitting on my dresser. But if my bed is made, somehow it takes that chaos away and makes it feel more peaceful than it actually is. So keep that in mind. So even if you're like, I'm not even going to bother making my bed today because the rest of my room's a mess, what does it matter? Give it a try. Make your bed. And then I think it motivates me to then want to pick up the rest of my room. And then it helps me keep just a nice, fresh space and makes me feel good. Okay, this next one, huge difference for me. I reset one space every night before I go to bed. Not the whole house. I don't know how people do it. If you're one of those people that go around and make sure your whole house is picked up and looking great before you go to bed, let me know in the comments because props to you. My goal is to get one space reset. Usually that's my kitchen. I love to wake up to a clean kitchen in the morning. So I like to clean my kitchen up before I go to bed. I call it, and then closing the kitchen mean we're done. We're not making messes in here anymore. You don't need any more food. We're done. And that's one of the things that I feel like really provides a peaceful atmosphere for me. Maybe for you, that might be your living room, or you have a toy room, or different things like that. But picking one area is just ideal, and it's not over stressful that way. I feel like waking up to at least one clean space starts to make things feel a little bit more manageable. Anything that we can do to help ourselves the next day, the night before, I feel like is really, truly beneficial. If you were going to reset one space in your area, what would it be? Let me know down below. This one is really personal. I want you to start using the good things every day. The good dishes, the good towels, the good linens, all the things that we feel like we can only bring out and use for special occasions. What are we saving them for? I want to make every day feel special. I don't want to wait for special occasions because, like we all know, we're not guaranteed another special day. We have to take advantage of those things now. Let's bring some joy. Let's bring some happiness. Let's bring some peace into our home by just using those items. That is something that I started doing. I got myself some new towels and I'm going to use them. They're not just going to be for looks. I have really cool dishes. They're not just going to be for Easter or Christmas or whatever. We're going to use them. And I want you to do the same also. I feel like now that we're going through this situation with Jason having early onset dementia, it has changed the way I think about things. Use those special items every day. Quit saving them. I promise it'll bring you a lot of joy and you'll be happy that you did. This one's going to seem unexpected, but I got rid of background noise. No more radio playing in the background. No more TV playing in the background. I took away that chaotic sound in the background and it has made a huge difference. I used to feel like I needed the noise because I was feeling the silence, but I didn't realize that I honestly was overstimulating myself. So whatever I'm doing in that moment, I focus in on that. Now, I'm not saying I don't ever have the radio playing. Say I'm cleaning my kitchen and I do have music playing and I'm singing and dancing. Great. but I don't sit here and try and work on my laptop doing work and have that chaotic noise in the background. Once I've eliminated that, I realize I'm able to focus and really hone in on what I'm doing. Same thing with my TV. If I'm watching my TV, great. But if I'm not watching it, get rid of that background noise. Your brain will really appreciate not being overstimulated and being able to focus on the task that you're doing, the task that's at hand. Embrace that silence, and I think you'll really appreciate it. This one is really different. I started closing doors on rooms that were messy. I realized I don't need to see everything all the time. I have an office that a lot of work is always happening in, decor sitting around. It's probably the messiest room in the house other than the storage area, which that door's always closed. I don't need to see that. It's okay. It's okay that there's a mess in there, but we don't have to look at it all the time. You have permission to close the door. Take that chaos out of your mind. Don't even look at it. Sometimes peace is just giving yourself a break. Giving yourself a break from looking at the things that are bugging you. I have a storage area, like I just mentioned, that is so chaotic. I'm so overwhelmed by it. So you know what I do when I know I'm not able to do anything about it right now? I just stay away from it. I don't need to look at it. I know it's there. And eventually, I'm going to convince Jason that there are things in there we do not need and we're going to get rid of them. But in the meantime, in order to keep my peace, keep my sanity, just close the door. I promise you will thank yourself. So this next one's going to seem a little contradictory to what we've been talking about, earlier when we were like, let the light in and all that kind of stuff. But just hear me out. One of the things that I started doing to keep my house more peaceful and calm is not using the overhead lights. In the evening, it's lamps. I want nice lamp lighting. It provides that cozy, soft atmosphere. I feel like when I have my overhead lights on, it's bright, it's almost just jarring, and I do not enjoy the look of it in my home. About the only time you're ever gonna see my big overhead lights on, especially like in here in my living room, is when I'm having some kind of function and the house is already chaotic and I need, that bright light. But other than that, it is soft, cozy lighting for me, and it makes all the difference. And one of the things that I enjoy about putting in soft lighting is a little bit of a different variety. I add almost like layers of it. I have put in my lamps. I have put in a floor lamp. I have wall sconces that I light up. So there's different ways that you can add that soft lighting in. It just doesn't have to just be a lamp. And then I also do up lighting on some of my different plants that adds a really cool atmosphere to your room. So if you want to eliminate that harsh light, go for some of those items. I think that you'll really enjoy the way that makes you feel in your home. For number 8, I created a slow corner. Super simple. A chair, a lamp, a blankie, a cute dog who's snoring. Oh, I'm sorry, am I waking you up? A place where I can just sit and disconnect and have slow time. And what I mean by slow time is reading. Maybe I'm playing on my phone. Maybe I'm on my laptop. But this is where my mind knows that I can slow down, feel peaceful, and just relax. And it's going to lead us into number 9. But I highly suggest you find somewhere to make a slow corner. It doesn't need to be elaborate. It doesn't need to be fancy. Just think cozy, and it doesn't need to be big either. And this could be anywhere that you feel like that it would be peaceful to you. And what I love about this area, this is where my sunshine comes in. This is where my dog is. This is cozy. This is one of my favorite spots in my entire house. And I will tell you what, this area right here, just the chaos melts away and I'm in my happy place. So for number 9, I created a no phone space. And once I started doing this, I get way better sleep. And let me explain what this means to me. It means that for me, my no phone space is this bed. Never ever do I come to bed, get in, and start scrolling my phone. Nope. This is not where it happens. This is where my body knows that I sleep. So when I come in to go to bed at night, I just pop my phone on the charger and I go to bed. Because I know myself, if I start scrolling on my phone, then I'm not going to sleep. But I have actually trained myself to not even look at the phone once I get into bed. And that gives me the most amazing night's sleep. So I use my slow corner when I want to do that kind of stuff, or I'm out on my sofa and that type of thing. But this is my no phone space, and I recommend that you do that. And your no phone space could be something completely different. Maybe your no phone is like no phones at the dinner table or that type of thing. But for me, it's a no phone in the bed. It is amazing the changes that you can make in your life to feel more peaceful, and just the little things that once you start doing them over and over become a habit, and then your body just, that's what it responds to. My body gets in this bed and it's like, it's time to go to bed. This is probably the biggest shift of all. I have stopped trying to finish my home. I get so caught up in trying to fix things, change things, that I don't enjoy what I've done so far. I don't enjoy the peace and the beauty that I've created so far. I just want to slow down and enjoy what I've done. I don't always have to be thinking about the next project and the next thing that I'm going to do. So that's been the biggest mind change. Yes, it's so fun doing projects and making changes to our home and keeping it updated and feeling pretty. I'm not saying we don't need to do that, but I don't need to constantly feel like I need to finish my home. Yes, there are areas in my home that have never been updated, never been finished, and they're pretty ugly. My laundry room's ugly. We all know my master bathroom is hideous. And I was so focused on getting everything finished to where I felt like I would be peaceful if everything was done and it all looked beautiful, that I didn't allow myself the chance to even enjoy what I've done, like I just said. So keep that in mind. Slow down. Enjoy the little areas that you've created. I love my living room, like I've said in the past, so I'm going to slow down. I'm going to enjoy the beauty of it. I'm going to enjoy that and quit constantly thinking I have to change things and fix things. Just remember, it doesn't have to be perfect to feel good. All right, you guys, this has been definitely a different type of video than I normally do, but I hope it brings you some peace and some great ideas for your own home. And we will see you guys again next week. Bye-bye.